Johnny Bower's Hall of Fame career was a personal journey from the cold Canadian prairie to Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens. Always a fan favorite, Bower's acrobatic style and unmatched determination made him one of the game's top netminders, while his love for hockey kept him in the nets for an amazing 25 professional seasons. In 1958, Maple Leaf Gardens would become Johnny Bower's home as he made his long-awaited second trip to the NHL. Johnny kept his age a closely guarded secret as he made a nervous debut with the Maple Leafs.
First time I stepped on the ice in the Maple Leaf Gardens, and we had the big picture there, the Queen. And when they played our national anthem, we just stood there. I couldn't move. In fact, I froze. There was 18,000 people there. We were playing against Chicago, and the Bulls and everybody else. I was still nervous, and yet we won that game 3-1. Imagine that. My defense was fantastic. They played good for me. And they knew I was shaky too at my age, and all the experience that I had in the American Hockey League. You know, everybody. I still got nerves that I got shaky, like, you know.
Through 17 seasons of pro hockey, Johnny Bower never lost sight of his dream. And in 1962, he would be rewarded. In a 6-game final, the Maple Leafs defeated the Chicago Blackhawks, and Bower was a Stanley Cup champion. In 1963 and 64, Toronto would defeat the Detroit Red Wings in the finals. And for a total of 3 consecutive seasons, Johnny Bower and the Maple Leafs would reign as champions. For Johnny, it was simple. He still wanted to be Mr. Zero.
Even in practice, he'd stay out after and want you to play some more. He had a glove that had no pocket in it. He never caught a puck. He used to bat them down. He had the great stick, you know, if you wanted to come in, you weren't going to go by him. And he wasn't afraid to go and run into you either if you wanted to get a little too close.
In 1967, Johnny Bower was the elder statesman on a Leafs team many thought too old to succeed in the playoffs. But Toronto would surprise the heavily favored Montreal Canadiens, and Johnny Bower would win his 4th Stanley Cup.
John Bower was one of the great teammates that I can remember. He was such a fun-loving and warm guy. And I mean, I loved him because he was a competitor, but even in the dressing room and away from the rink, he's about as nice a man as you'd ever want to meet.
In 1969, Johnny Bower played his last game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. After 25 seasons in professional hockey, Bower would retire with 4 Stanley Cups and 2 Vezina trophies. There will never be another like the great Johnny Bower, the man who gave the game his all and left us a lifetime of memories.
I got a little letter once from a little guy I can recall. He says, they're always wanting autographs and everything else. And he said, dear Mr. Bower, I'm 8 years old, and I am a fan of yours. But he says, you are a good goaltender, but not as good as Glenn Hall. Can you please send me a picture of yourself? I thought that was really cute. In fact, I sent him 3 of them.